What's up YouTube? This is Victor on the Let Me Explain show, and today we have the Pet Behavior Corrector, and this is by Poor Behave. That's the company name. Comes very well packaged, as I will show in the video as I demonstrate the different modes it goes through, and also talk about how I feel about the product. I say feel about the product because if you have a pet, you know, it's all about feelings. You know, we're connected to our pets. So this is the device itself, and the packaging was really impressive, I must say. It came in a branded envelope, which is super special. It just gives you that quality feel to the product. Now, looking at the product itself, it's also really well packaged, easy to open box, and comes with an instruction manual that's super well written, easy to follow. Gives you all the guidelines to what the device does. As you can see here, it has a locking and unlocking button so that you don't accidentally trigger the sounds. And then it has a USB-C charging port, which we'll see. It has an ultrasonic button, which is, I believe, up to 13 modes, and the e-whistle has 4 modes. Then it has a flashlight and a strobe light, which will demonstrate all that good stuff. I mean, look at that. They have 60-day guarantee, money back guarantee 60 days. And they have 24/7 support. That's totally amazing. Plus a warranty for 6 months. They totally believe in their product. And you'll see why I love it in a minute. So this is the actual product itself. Lightweight, doesn't weigh much, and super easy to operate once you go through the manual. What we'll do now is go through some of the modes, and if you have a pet near you, you can see if they react to it. So this is the sonic mode. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but I hope you can, because I'm using a mic that deadens the sound. So you can change the intensity of the sonic mode. Or you can take it down. Okay, that's that. And then you have the flashlight. This one I found effective with Kobe, who's not here with me today. You've got the flashlight. If you hold it down, you get the strobe light. Now, Kobe didn't like this. And I must say, training a dog is not fun. It's not easy because the dog is in discomfort, basically. But, you know, you do what you got to do to make sure the dog behaves. Finally, we've got the e-whistle. And it sounds like this. So you hold it down and you change its modes. So that's the third one, fourth one. So let's go back to the first one. Oh, that's the fifth one. So what you can do at this point is actually have your pet around and see if it reacts to the modes. So to change the mode, what I'm doing is holding the button down like so. Kobe really reacted to this one. So those are the modes. And There's nothing more to mention about this besides that it charges with USB-C. And now we're going to go into my impressions of it. Let's talk about my experience using it. So first, what I'll say about it first is that I think it's highly effective, especially in high stress situations. Kobe did seem to respond to it. But what I noticed about the pet behavior corrector is that it does take time. It does take time and consistency. So those two things will make a world of difference in how effective the product is when using it to train your dog. If you use it once and then skip it another time while you're trying to correct the same behavior, it creates this inconsistency, and it's almost like restarting all over again. So what I've noticed is that I would need to carry it around, and if Kobe gets on the same behavior, I use it in the same way I used it before, and just remain consistent and gentle and just persistent, stick with it. He seemed to respond better that way than when I first got it and would try it once, not try it the next time, and he didn't really respond that well to it. So that being said, I do love how it works. I do love the way it's constructed, lightweight, comes with a strap so you can carry it around. And one of my favorite features is the lock function. So like I was saying, it's well constructed, super easy to use, has a strap that you can carry around. Now, if you're a dog owner, you know that your keys get in the way and things get in the way while you're holding the leash and so on. And this safety, this lock button is just magical. It's so ingenious, so clever, because including it means I don't accidentally, trigger it like that, right? So if let me switch it off. So if I activate the lock and then press any of the buttons, nothing happens. So you don't want the sounds to go off when you're not in a training mode, because then, you know, it becomes ineffective when you actually want to train your dog. So what I'll say is that Kobe is generally well behaved, so we don't usually have problems with him. But the thing is, he's super intelligent, and he can do the rounds. You can run you around his paw. I was gonna say his finger. So we have to be very consistent with him. We have to be very gentle with him. He seems to pick up on emotions and see when he's being pushed too far or too hard. But generally, he's a good dog. So this, for me, I must also add that it's been given to me by Paul Behave to do an honest review on. So I didn't go out and buy this because, like I said, Kobe is generally well behaved. But they were so generous as to give it to me so that I could give an honest review, which is what I'm doing. To sum it up, what I'll say experience-wise is that, one, it's not easy training some dogs, right? Because of the two factors I mentioned, consistency and persistence. Most of us don't have much time to be so consistent with it. And you might forget the pet behavior corrector at home while you're at the park one day, and so on. Life happens. So that I found it to be, okay, maybe it's a professional's tool. I want to be clearly honest about this. If you're not consistent and persistent like a professional, it might not be that effective for you. But if you do those two things, I think that you will get great results. The one time I really was consistent and persistent with Kobe while using it, he did respond to it really well, and his behavior did correct over that period of time. And then the second thing I'll say about it is, I'm not really a big fan, and this is nothing to do with the product itself, but with the whole industry of dog training per se. Training an animal involves not necessarily pain, but discomfort. And that's not something I'm a big fan of. But I do understand that when you have to train an animal, it has to go through some discomfort for it to change its behavior. And this product does seem to give an animal some level of discomfort so that it deters it from that particular behavior that you want to correct. That's the only thing about it. And like I said, it's not about the product itself. Now, since I've already disclosed that it was given to me, I want to talk about what I don't like about the product. And honestly speaking, there's nothing I don't like about it. It's really well put together. It's very well thought out. The manual is great, easy to follow, and they have a 60-day money-back guarantee. That's 2 months. You can try it out for 2 months and decide if it works for you. So I really love that about the product. And it's also rechargeable via USB-C. Now, battery consumption, I didn't find that I had to recharge it. I charged it fully when I first got it, and I used it for 2 full weeks, not every day, but constantly throughout the two weeks, not on a daily basis. And the battery didn't seem to deplete that much. I don't know how it does over time, but my experience as of now, after 2+ weeks of using it, is that the battery life is great. The last thing I'll say I love about it is they have 24/7 customer support. Let me say that again. They have 24/7 customer support. Now, that's just customer first product service. You hardly get so many companies that offer that level of support, plus 60 days money back guarantee. And something else I'm forgetting, let me look it up. 6 months warranty. So you got 6 months. If it doesn't work in 6 months after you bought it, Poor Behave will do something about it. So I totally love this product, and I feel that pet owners go through periods where you're stressed out, you're tired, and you just need an extra hand or an extra tool to support you in training your dog or getting your dog to behave in situations. This is the best companion I would think of. What I found very effective was the e-whistle. When out and about and you meet another dog and they get into a scuffle or something, the e-whistle makes a difference. It breaks up a fight. That breaks up a fight. I would highly recommend it. So that's about it. Thanks so much for watching, and I want to thank Poor Behave for giving me the product to try out and to share my honest thoughts about it. As I use the tool more, I will be doing shorts on how it's going, what's been most effective with Kobe. I say with Kobe because with your dog, it might be different. It might be totally different. They may respond to the ultrasonic, they may respond to the flashlight, or they may respond to the e-whistle. It just depends on the dog. But I will be giving updates as I see fit to inform you on how the journey is going. Thanks so much. This is Victor on the Let Me Explain show.